Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's me, Davey, and, this is not my usual content, but I don't care. And if you don't like that, well, too bad, because it's my channel, and it's my rules, damn it. I'm gonna make videos on whatever I want.
Only we should speak more often.
Well, look, Goose, you really shouldn't have done that. Enjoy the view.
Anyway, I totally dropped a lot of my paycheck as soon as I saw that Oblivion got remastered. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remastered. But yeah, in all seriousness, I thought I'd share some of my advice on the game as well as any grievances I have with it so far. And I've seen a lot of arguments in the community. I think people need to keep in mind that the game is version 0.4 right now. It's in beta, so it's likely that it's going to have a lot of issues. And it's a Bethesda game, so it's going to have a lot of issues, regardless. We are going to start with birth signs and classes, and to be honest, select the Lord birth sign. No, seriously, select the Lord birth sign. It is actually broken in the new state of the game. You get 15% shield and 15% magic protection that is broken. If I were to make a tier list, we could do that as a video, but if I were to make a tier list on Oblivion birth signs, the Lord would be S+. It would be way above everything, because having protection abilities like that, you just shouldn't be able to get that as a birth sign. And it's arguable that maybe with a mage, something like the apprentice might be better, but you would have to be really specific with your class build to make it work better than the Lord birth sign. And with the remaster, class does not matter anymore. Pick whatever you want. You want to be a warrior, but you can also be a suave talker? Go for it. You want to be a little sneaky bitch, but you want to cast destruction spells? Go for it. Because you do not have to min-max your builds anymore. That's right, select whatever you want, you get 12 attributes every time you level up.
Good people, we have a winner. All hail the combatant from the blue.
And as standard advice, when you go to level up every time, go to level up your endurance as much as you can. Endurance will stack on your baseline health by 10%. So if you have 100 endurance, every level you're going to get 10 more health. Also, your health is based 2 times on your endurance. So say you have 100 endurance at the start of the game for some reason, you would have 200 health. You go to level up, you'd have 210 health after that level up. Hope I made that clear. It stacks heavily, and it's got diminishing returns. There's a level cap on Oblivion. There's only so far you can go. So, you know, you only get so much health in the game. And it's really important later on. The enemies you fight later in Oblivion, unless you're a pussy on Novice, are pretty difficult. And I think willpower and agility are the same. I haven't read up on that because I have never cared to level up willpower and agility. So those are the tips to the leveling and class system. You know, the class and leveling system, they can be a bit weird if you're new to the game, but it's not too crazy. If you want to know more specific builds or you want to do something janky, I would recommend just looking up on YouTube. There's a lot of YouTubers that did some janky shit. Planes. The main problem for me is the open world. As soon as opening up the map, boom, dice roll, whether or not I'm gonna crash. I accidentally hit the menu button like twice by accident. Boom, another dice roll. Might crash. Fast travel? I literally crash 50% of the time, I think. So, I'm gonna trust that the game fixes this. The game devs. And through talking with friends, I'm not the only one that's noticed this, but stuttering can be really bad, especially in combat with areas loading in. And I think with the footage I have here of the arena, you might really see that in action. I tend to stutter during my attacks quite a bit. Actually funny that I can even play the game because I've seen people with like way better systems with me complaining about how bad it is, and I've seen people with worse specs than me that run it just fine. So the fact that I play the game with some problems, I mean, even though I'm playing it all, is really a good thing. I would not take the bugginess of Oblivion as a bad thing though, because at the end of the day, it is in beta. So whether you get it through Game Pass or you buy the game, every time it crashes, I think just report it to the developers. And let's hope that Bethesda fixes this game, because if they do, it will be so worth it. This is such a good game. I have so many memories with Oblivion. You know, I have a live stream of one time me playing motherfucking Joe Biden and trying to get through the arena by fucking punching people. Anyway, that's what I got for this video. You know, it's kind of short. I was busy last weekend, so I couldn't really edit too much. I know this is not my usual content, but I really love this game. It's one of the first games I ever played when I was a kid, and it's probably my favorite, the most favorite game I've had of all time. I cannot wait for them to drop DLCs like Shivering Isles, because that will be so fun to play Shivering Isles, but modern. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed watching me kick around some arena combatants. Goodbye.
Fall before me, Breton. Move! Let's get this over with. What's the matter? Getting tired?